Welcome to section 2.12, Variable Assignments and Initialization. This section covers some very important terms. The first is declare. To declare a variable means to reserve some space in memory for it. Assign means to change the value of a variable. And we've seen that to do that we use the equal sign. To initialize means to assign a variable a value for the first time. So let's take a look at some examples. Int a declares a variable a of data type int. In other words, it carves out a space in memory that's going to be 4 bytes where that int a can be stored. So here we have a being declared. The next line, a equals 10. Well, what does it do? Does it declare a, assign a? Does it initialize a? Well, this line is an assignment statement. It's got the equal sign, and so we are assigning the value of 10 to a, but it's also the first assignment of any value to a. So this is also an initialization statement. We're initializing a. We're giving it its first value, and that value is 10. How about the following line, a equals 20? Is that a declaration, an assignment, an initialization? Well, we're changing the value of the variable, but we're not doing it for the first time, so this is just an assignment statement. And how about the last line? Int b equals 10. Yeah, this line's kind of interesting because we're doing all three. This line declares b, it assigns it the value of 10, and since it's the first assignment, it's also an initialization. So we could say this line declares and initializes b to 10. If we want the compiler to automatically determine which data type to use, the auto keyword is a really neat feature that was introduced into C++. The auto keyword lets you declare a variable without specifying its data type. So here we have auto interest rate equals 12.0. The compiler will figure out what data type to make interest rate. And in this case, interest rate will be a double. But you can see just by using the auto keyword, we don't have to explicitly declare it as a double. Here, auto interest rate equals 12.0f would declare interest rate to be a floating point data type. A float. And in the following line, auto stock code equals, and then d. Based on that char literal, the compiler would know to make stock code a char data type. What about this next one, auto my variable equals true? What would the data type of my variable be? In this case, it would be a bool. And based on the fact that true is one of the two possible values for a bool, true and false. And this last one's kind of tricky. Auto my variable equals 0. what data type do you think would be would my variable be? Well, the data type of my variable, in this case, it would be an int. So the auto keyword is used to have the compiler just automatically determine which data type to use for us.